Manufacturing here. Headed off towards the shop, get some work done in. Figure we'll do a short driving live. So thanks for joining us today. Beautiful weather out. 90 degrees. Nice cloud cover. It's a nice 60 this morning. Hey, no train this time. All right. Still working on that 26, also possibly a new slide. Possibly. We're still talking about it. Can't go into a lot of details, but it would be available for the 19, it would be available for the 17, and it would be available for the 26 coming up. You know, we got to see what kind of deal we can get with a distributor on it. We may offer it on the site. It may just be a distributor exclusive. Still working out those details. Oh, come on there, sir. We're coming up on the turn. I hope you got more giddy up because we're getting on the interstate. But yeah, we'll see what details pop out, and you know, if it goes to distributor exclusive, then you know you'll see it with certain companies. If not, and it's a free-for-all, we'll have it on the website too. But this new potential slide will be for 19, 17, and the 26. There'll possibly be a 43 variant once we're done making the 43, of course. Joining us, welcome to Stiffler Manufacturing, and look at the blue, cloudy skies of Arizona. Heading off to the shop. I do kind of want to go ahead to a gun shop and go see kind of what they have available. Plus, maybe, you know, talk some shop, see if they're interested in some slides. Oh yeah, it's almost 1 p.m. or 1300, depending on, you know, how you establish time wherever you. And it's a beautiful 88 degrees now. Oh, I forget what 88 is in Celsius. Beautiful though. Oh, and we do have some good news too. We are getting a new shop next month to take on some of our slides. Their shop is open now, but they're doing some kind of event next month. And yep, our stuff is already on some of their shelves. So super happy about that. And if you happen to be in the Tucson area, you can go visit them. Task Force Red, Firearms and Gunsmithing. Run by a retired Sergeant Major, the U.S. Army. Both me and my brother actually served on the same units as him, as well as just interacted with him. So, funny enough. Small world, right? Guy you used to have to stand parade rest for, and boom, business cooperation. Gotta love that. So I mean, definitely, if you guys are local and you're looking, you know, to check out a new shop, go check out their gun shop. And then, of course, there's also, again, Tucson with the hub, Mesa, Lakeside, or Sirius Arms up there in Prescott. So definitely providing for a few local shops, which is awesome. Of course, our distributors and vendors, you know, Delta Team Tactical, MMC Armory, Davidson Defense. You can find some of our stuff, of course, also on Optic Planet. Where else? Obviously, Gun Broker, eBay. Of course, our website. There's a few others I'm trying to think of. Let's see. Wolverine Arms, Gonzalez Arms Company. Yep, so we're getting out there. Slowly but surely. Yep, that it is. Right here in Arizona. Blue skies and clouds. We're about almost at 1 p.m. or 1300. Hard to tell from the distance with the camera, but those are some mountains off in the distance. I'm not taking the right route, or you guys can see a bunch of Air Force planes. But we do that from time to time when I'm doing one of the road lives, is you'll see a bunch of aircraft on the ground. Occasionally, it comes into footage, you'll see some A-10s and F-16s flying. That's pretty neat. Finally, some beautiful weather. It was 117 over summer, and now we're finally cooling off. Oh, no worries, man. Thanks for popping in. Just a short live chatting about the business, and oh, that was a coyote. That's sad. Sometimes coyotes come up to the highway and they get clipped by cars. It absolutely is, and yet people keep moving here for some reason. I mean, I've lived here most of my life, but... And then, of course, I did a stint in the Middle East, so I'm used to the heat. But people actually move here and then are surprised at how hot it is. I'm like, we're a desert. This is a desert, people. Research the climate before you move here. And then they're surprised when it gets cold. I mean, it doesn't get as cold as, say, up north or back east. But we do get into the 30s and 40s. And they're like, oh, I didn't know I'd have to get a jacket. It's like, well, yeah, the desert gets cold, too. It's not hot all the time. I'd say my weirdest experience with the desert was having sand freeze. And when you stepped on it, it was like you could see the cracking because there was ice that actually formed in between the sand. It was so weird. Empty boy, what's going on? We always gay for the 2A. It's been a crazy summer. Finally picking up some sales a bit too. Distributors are ordering a little bit more. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, 117 is not the hottest I've experienced. But for a lot of people, 117 is definitely just way too much. I mean, right now we're in what we call snowbird season. So we get all the people who move from the cold areas here because our winter is warm to them. So even though we get, 30 to 50 degrees, their winters are, 20, 10, 0. but then some of them, for some reason, stay a little longer instead of heading back east, and they go right into summer, and they just suffer for it. Might head off to a gun shop and possibly back to the shop. Figure what the heck, while I'm driving, let's do a live, answer some questions, chat it up. Got our Glocktober still going on. That's what, 9 days left. So we're doing 15 to 20% off all of our slides. Well, our strip slides anyway, not the completes. There really isn't much profit in parts kits. Not unless you order, like, 1,000 plus of them. But yeah, parts kits and barrels, not a lot of profit there. Unless you're making them yourself, I guess, and we don't make barrels or parts kits, so I don't know, maybe someday. Probably not, though. We probably won't do barrels. There's so many companies making barrels. Like, yeah, there's a lot of companies making slides, too, but that's got a little bit of a workaround. I wonder if we could mill out some 17.4 barrels. That'd be interesting. I mean, since most of what you're finding is 416 anyway. Easier to work with, easier to mill, easier to rifle. .17.4 is definitely a little harder, more corrosion resistant, but it's so much harder on your tools. You'll break more tools on 17.4 than you will on 416. But it makes a better product. So, I mean, if you look at like companies that do 17.4 just like us, you've got Zev, Zafiri, Grey Ghost, Brownells used to, but they switched to 416 for whatever reason. Well, actually, Brownells doesn't make their slides. Brownells, if I understand this right, Brownells contracts other companies to make the slides for them at their specs. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, let's get ahead of him. The gentleman was not signaling. Hey, thank you for the like, greatly appreciate it. And the sky is just teasing us, like it sprinkled a little bit. Thought we were going to get some rain, and nope. And we're still working on the 26 slide. It's almost done. Next step, we have to finish a batch of them. So they're currently getting a slow run on machining, step-by-step slow run. So once we get a few ready, we'll go through and range test them. And if we like it this time, we'll start producing them. So we're hoping to have the 26 by the end of the month, or maybe by the mid of November. So for Californians who are trying to get 26s before, we should have it. Also, because of course I'm sure a lot of you have heard about Glock discontinuing a bunch of their slides for Gen 3 to Gen 5 because they're moving on to this whole V series thing. Oh, no worries, man. You have a good one. And there's people who want to stick with the Gen 3 to Gen 5, so they're going to go to the aftermarket, companies like us. Hey, thank you for the like, greatly appreciate it. And we'll see how things go. I know there's a lot of people really disappointed with how Glock is doing this, but I guess I understand it to a degree. But at the same time, you know, lawsuits haven't been won yet or lost yet. So some people might be thinking they're doing this a little prematurely. I think I watched the first season of that, and I don't think I ever finished. I don't think I ever watched anything after that. Not watching too much TV these days. So many shows I should catch up on. Oh, just driving through Arizona. I might be heading off to a gun shop on the other side of town. And then I might maybe head back to our machine shop to get some work done. You know, go check out some guns. Try to chat up the clerks and maybe get the manager and possibly the owner. That's the hard part. I've gone to so many gun shops and where I've talked with employees and I've talked with managers, and they're like, you guys make a really cool product. And then the hard part, getting a hold of the owner or getting the owner to commit to anything. Hey, Jacob Evans, what's going on, man? No, we make Gen 3 slides, but you can fit your Gen 3 on a Gen 5 by changing out a couple parts. Just look up a few videos. If you can't find them on YouTube, try Rumble. They seem to have a lot less issue with instruction. So you can probably find them on there. When I can, I have a stack of books at home that I've been meaning to read. A lot of them historical, politics, warfare. Been really meaning to read a lot of them. And just haven't gotten around to it. Been busy with life, busy with work. I used to read a lot. And now I just have a collection of books just sitting there. But the funny thing is, I'll still go and buy books, and then they just get added to the stack. Because I'm like, oh, hey, look, this book sounds interesting. Let's buy this. And then it gets added to the stack. Though I did read Jurassic Park for the first time. I'd never actually read the book before. Of course, I'd seen the movies, but I'd never read the book. So I told myself, you know what, you're going to read the book. November 30th, is that? Oh, hey, Pat. Yeah, that's for Glock, right? Yeah. That's okay, man. Begun the Clone Wars has. All this does is bring people to us. We are inevitable. Everybody got to get stiff with Stiffler and whoever else is making frames. Straight grips, SCT, you know, PSA. The market is going to shift to clones because Glock has never supported the clone market. They've tolerated it because the patent expired, and they have given good, sound legal advice on how to not, you know, imply anything in their regard. If you ever end up talking with a Glock attorney, they're very professional. Their legal team is very professional. But the market is going to shift to the clones. So people are going to go Grit Grips, SCT, Geisler, you know, whatever else, PSA Dagger, whoever's making frames. And then, you know, of course, the slides and the parts kits. So they're going to go to Stiffler. They're going to go to Grey Ghost, Zev. What other companies out there? LFA. You know, there's all these other companies out there. Remsport, maybe, you know. Who knows? Marconi. Yeah, they'll go to Marconi Armory. Or they'll go to, damn, I'm forgetting it. I'm forgetting the name of it. I can picture the slide. Shogun. They'll go to Shogun, you know. I mean, hopefully they pick up a few Stifflers too. But, you know, there's a whole wide aftermarket that people can continue to make Gen 3s to Gen 5s if Glock is abandoning their traditional Gen 3s to Gen 5s in favor of this new V series. Now, of course, there is some caution if they take this as precedent that Glock decided to back down because of lawsuits or political pressure or whatever, they might view this as a sign that they can start going after, you know, small mom and pop businesses, even some of the bigger ones that are part of the aftermarket. So that is definitely a concern. I don't know about 50K, but yeah, they might be worth some money. Oh yeah, true enough. Plus we still have to get a 43. We still have to get some other models that we might do in the future, you know, because we kind of want to do a 45. Kind of want to do a 10 millimeter. Yeah, that's what people were wondering initially. All the rumors immediately flooding out. Wait, is Glock discontinuing everything so they can push the Gen 6? No, it ends up being the V series, which is not a Gen 6. Are they still working on a Gen 6? Who knows? What I was thinking when I initially heard about it, because I wasn't full of, I didn't have all the details at the moment. None of us still have all the details. But what I initially thought was, oh, Glock is going to discontinue. They're going to announce their Gen 6, and the Gen 6 is going to be patented, and it's going to be different, so that now the aftermarket can't touch Gen 6, and the rest of their Glocks are discontinued, so people can't buy Glocks and then modify them with the aftermarket. They have to just stick with aftermarket or be forced to buy Gen. Things were going. But then I saw V series, and I was like, oh, okay, that's what they're doing. For some reason I'm losing brightness. Don't know why. Woo, heck of a drive. And I was driving for a bit live too. Not too much longer. I'm gonna head off to a Sportsman's and take a look at some ammo and maybe take a look at some guns, see what's up, see what's going on. Sorry if I'm missing your comments. I'm kind of paying attention to the road, but I'll definitely get back to them. Yeah, something about the V series just being incapable or less capable of taking a switch and other things. Which, for those of you that don't know, Glock is facing lawsuits because, and I don't think Glock is at fault. I think this is a facile argument. I think they're overreaching with their lawsuits because Glock did not create the switch or these, you know, FRTs, G-flexes, freaking binary triggers, etc. Glock didn't make those and say, hey, add these to our guns. Okay, people went out and did that. Glock is not at fault for what other people go and decide to do. The same thing as United States, or was it Smith & Wesson versus Mexico? Smith & Wesson was not at fault for what people in Mexico were doing with their guns, or what criminals decide to do. They just made a product within the confines of the law. If someone went out and did something illegal, that's not their fault. You know, Ford is not responsible because someone gets a DUI. Your fork isn't responsible that you're fat. Like, your pencil did not misspell the word. There's always somebody trying to cast off some blame here. And, you know, personally, I think it's some bullshit, but it's what we're dealing with. Okay, we're going to try and get around these guys, because... Okay. There's 2 turn lanes, people. You don't all have to bogard one. Okay, there we go. I don't know if we can change part. Maybe not. They'll probably make it so you can't change parts, which is going to force you to switch. There we go. Head off to this gun store over here. Hey, maybe I'll get out and walk around a little bit too. Burn off this lunch. Oh, and here's me thinking my phone was charging this whole time, and it's not. Of course. Okay, let's see if we can grab a few comments here. Apparently still doing the Gen 6. Okay, I saw that one. Saw that. Okay. That's where it was mad at Glock because they're making them no fun compatible. Yeah. I wonder if we can put Gen 5s. Probably not. In my opinion, 90% of people can't handle pistols FRTs. Yeah, probably. Hey, Jacob, man, me too. But I'm telling you, man, I'm down 40 pounds right now. And I've switched to just the concept that food is fuel. And I need to be around a little bit longer just to middle finger the government from time to time, you know? And my enemies. So I've mostly, like, you know, food-wise, I've mostly switched off to basically rice, veggies, and, you know, fish or chicken. It's mostly what I eat now. Occasionally I'll go out and have something good because, you know, you got to enjoy life. But salads, probably have at least one salad a day. Pound water like there's no damn tomorrow. I actually messed up. I pounded so much water. Hey man, where are you turning? Use your goddamn turn signal. Turn signals, people. Communicate. Alright, cool. So we're going to pop over to this Sportsman's over here. I'm going to go check out their guns. Looks like they're not too busy today. Sometimes you come in here and, God, it's packed. Hey, for those of you that do not know, Sportsman's Warehouse offers a 5% discount off all products to veterans and current military. So, and that includes ammo and guns. 5%'s not much, but hey, you know, you go buy a gun, 5%, there you go. You just bought a box of ammo. Oh, have a good one, Pat. Okay, let's see all what I missed. All right, blah, 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 blah. There we go. Autocorrect is always wrong. Time to hit the road. Yep, arms. I need to get a holster from you guys. Live life. What's going on? 10X Shooters. How you doing, man? My phone should have been charging this whole time, and it wasn't. I didn't realize the charging cord had fallen out. So that is super unfortunate. Oh, and temp is back to 92. That's shitty. Let's hope it to stay 89 and below. Start ordering next Friday? Right on, man. This Friday? Or, I don't know, man. Our sale ends on the 31st. I mean, we'll do something for Veterans Day and maybe Black Friday, but this is probably our biggest, longest sale that we've ever done. Oh, 15% off all slides, 20% off black slides and orange slides. Yeah, it's probably our biggest, longest sale. Oh, let's see. I don't know. Maybe I can walk around a little bit. What's my battery life at? Yeah, we'll go walk around for a minute if it lets me. Cause why not? Let's see, that's it. 120, so I still got that with me. Good, you're locked up. Hey, Robert Ruley from Apache Junction. Holy shit. Tucson, right here. Let's walk off some of that lunch before we go in the gun store. Ooh. Nice little walking path over here. But yep, for those of you not in the know, we are in Tucson, Arizona, and that is where we make our slides. We've been in business for almost 3 years. It'll be 3 years come January. Yep, 3 years come January. Okay, cool. I didn't want to get in that guy's way. Freaking e-bike. Which looks fun. I used to have one of those motorized bicycles when I was younger, where you take a, mountain bike or something, attach a little engine to it. Those are freaking cool. But yep, I think we got 9 more days, 15 to 20% off our slides for our Clocktober sale. Probably doing something for Veterans Day, maybe Black Friday. After that, I don't think we have any other sales going on. Maybe New Year's, but I doubt it. Maybe. I miss shooting out by Surprise Mountain. And Random Chair. God, I forgot lives suck battery life. Oh, I might have to end this in a minute and just go in the gun shop. But that's okay. This was just a chill live while I drive. Go hit the gun shop. Might go to the, not the range, but might go to the shop later. If you want, now keep in mind, our complete slides, we use SCT Manufacturing parts and an ELD performance barrel. So if you want something better than that, then I'd go with a stripped slide. But if those parts are good for you, then by all means. I should get my bicycle out here. Let's just start riding. Will do. Freaking down to 25% on my battery, so I'm just gonna walk towards the store, and that's probably where I'll end it. Now's the time to ask any questions. Always carry safely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm heading off to Sportsman's to go take a look at their guns. So this is where I'll end it. So thank you guys so much for the likes, and thanks for joining us today. You guys all have a great day, and as always, stay 2A.